Thus, Paul's actions in the book of Acts demonstrate that all Christians are to follow the laws given to Moses. In Acts chapter 16 verse 3, we read that Paul had Timothy, a disciple of Christ, circumcised because of the Jews in the area. Later, in Acts chapter 21 verse 26, Paul and his companion followed purification laws, which were typically observed when sacrifices were to be made. Do these actions contradict Paul's teachings in Galatians chapter 3 verse 13, where he writes that Christ has redeemed us from the curse of the law, and in Romans chapter 10 verse 4 that Christ is the end of the law for the righteousness to everyone who believes? No, Paul's actions do not contradict his teachings if we understand his motives, which he explains to the Corinthian church. In 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 19 to 20, Paul writes that, though he is free from all men, he has made himself a servant to all, so that he might win them for the Lord. To the Jews, he became as a Jew to win the Jews. To those under the law, he became as one under the law to win those under the law. Paul continues in verse 21 to verse 22, explaining that to those who were without the law, he became as though he were without the law, though not without the law towards God, but under the law towards Christ, so that he might win those who were without the law. To the weak, he became weak to win the weak. He became all things to all people, so that by all means he might save some. Paul did this for the sake of the gospel, so that he might share in its blessings. When Paul speaks of being under the law towards Christ, he is referring to the law of Christ, which he explains in Galatians chapter 6 verse 2. Bear one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Christ. The law of Christ is about caring for and loving one another. Like and subscribe for more 2-minute biblical rebuttals.